Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. I wanted to share with you today my recent trip with Viking Cruises on the Viking Sky. I have been back now for a couple of weeks and had time to reflect on the experience. I've done videos and published videos on every place that we visited and made commentary along the way about the experience of working with Viking and kindly accepting their offer to be with them on that Viking cruise. It was called the Greek Odyssey, and it was an amazing journey on so many levels. And I wanted just to start by saying how emotional I got revisiting some of the places in Greece that I'd gone as a young person, and how the experience as an older woman was just so rewarding, and how much I appreciated the subtle things about Viking that make it, in my opinion, one of the best cruise lines out there. And if you're thinking about wanting to cruise either for the first time or just because you love the cruising experience as in a cultured and kind of mature way, you'll love it. I mean, it's really an amazing company and they're attentive to your needs. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the specific things that I really, really enjoyed. And if you've got any questions at all, please leave them in the comment section below. We'll have a conversation, because I really cannot say enough about the ships, the people, the experience, and the attitude to cruising that Viking exemplifies. The first thing, of course, is the experience of cruising in its, what I would say, its purest form. It's all about discovery. It's about doing things for the first time, about adventures, about pushing the boundaries of your experience, and just traveling. Keeping eyes wide open, a sense of wonder, a sense that you are doing something for the first time and it's magical. And the places that you visit, the excursions, are always geared towards that educational, historic and deeper meaning. But it's a fun experience too. I don't mean to make it sound so serious, but it really is amazing. Focus on the travel experience in its purest form. Emphasis on cultural enrichment, a historical foundation, and a sense of curiosity. There's a place on the Viking Sky, on the top deck. It's called the Explorer's Lounge, and it was really my favorite place on the ship. I went up there every single morning and just had a cup of tea, cup of coffee, and just sat there, because first of all, the windows on that top level are opening up to the sea. It's floor to ceiling, and you just feel like you are just floating, and you are of course floating. But anyway, it was sitting there with this and looking around the room. There's a huge globe which you can just explore and look at all the world in its totality. It's got books on all the shelves that are about exploring and about discovery and travel, artifacts, corals and glass, and just things that bring back memories. So it's really so evocative. The third thing is that the ships are smaller. Now, there were, I think, about 850, maybe 900 people, guests on the cruise, and there are 400 and some crews, so maybe about 1,200 people total. And I love that size of a ship. 8 decks. In fact, there are three levels, 3 decks that were staterooms, and the rest were restaurants and the open areas, the entertainment areas, but the theater. But it was really a lovely, manageable size. You could walk end to end, and it wasn't like overwhelming. There was a swimming pool. There was a hot tub, indoor and outdoor, but it wasn't like a big splash pool and lots of slides and I don't know, just things that were casino, no lights and bells. Although there was some fun entertainment. I mean, really fun entertainment. There was one group that did an ABBA night, and it was amazing. They were so good. But I got to meet the people that were up on the stage performing, because they were just around the ship all the time and so accessible. And that's another thing that's really important. As I said, no casinos, no children. It's an adult ship line and cruise line, and also all the rooms have balconies, which I think is something that, of course, brings the price of the cruise up a little bit by, average standards, but at the same time, it's just so special. And having that little way to step out onto the balcony, have a cup of coffee in the morning or in the evening, watch the sunset, it's magical. Really, really beautiful. So the focus is on exploration, as I said, and all these veranda staterooms really make it wonderful. The other thing that's wonderful about Viking is that all the amenities are included. So the pricing that you pay includes the internet, a glass of wine in the evening and lunchtime. So those things are not like added on packages, they're actually included. And also a free excursion is included at every stop. Now you can also do the included excursions there's no cost, and then you can do other things if you want to. If you wanted to take, when you get to a place there's like a place that you want to go visit that's that's a special place, you can then just do a separate excursion that they organize for you, or you could do your own thing, of course. So that's another thing that I loved about it, is that you don't have to have any additional add-ons. The prices that you pay is the price for what you get, and having internet was wonderful for me. That can be such an expense on a lot of lower priced lines, and also the drinks and food. So and they do have restaurants there's no extra charge for as well, like they're exclusive restaurants that serve specialty foods, specialty restaurants, and they're really great. So that's another thing. One thing I wanted to make sure that I mentioned was, sort of in addition to this, like no nickel and diming, was the staff. I mean, when you get on a cruise, and I do cruise now and again, and I do appreciate every person, whether I'm in an inside cabin or whether I'm on a beautiful Viking Sky ship. It's the people that are there for you. Now, the thing that's different about these people, the staff that work for Viking, is they are empowered. They're smart. They're people that get it, and not that I'm not making a comparison, but I'm just saying that they have been trained. That their training is to be responsive. So if you ask for anything, well, I say anything, but just about anything, they're going to get it for you. And they're going to work to make it a good experience. I'll give you one example. I was having dinner. Oh, the food, by the way. I don't even know if I mentioned food, but the food's extraordinary, and it's really cool because you're not hidden from the staff. Like, you get your food and you can see them cooking behind, and it's just like a family. It's like a kitchen. It's very, very cool. But the food is wonderful, super variety, very fresh. I mean, it's hard not to gain weight because you can walk around the deck, but it's hard to not gain weight because the food is amazing. But anyway, I digress. One night, they had beautiful desserts, and they had one salted caramel, like a little tart. It was really small, like a small one. If you watch my video, I've actually done another video on this experience. Anyway, it was so good, and I love salted caramel. So I said, our waiter at the table, I said, do you know what the recipe is for this? Because it's such a great, simple recipe, but it's delicious. He goes, I don't know, but the chef would know, the pastry chef. And I went, oh, okay. And he said, I'll just get him. I said, no, it's okay. You don't have to get him, because I was thinking, that's, the man's working, or the woman's working, I don't know. And so anyway, no problem. So anyway, 5 minutes later, out comes the pastry chef. What was his name? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. I should have written it. I did actually say it in the other video, but he was amazing. He sat down and he said, Jess, I think he was Indian. He said, this is a recipe that I know really well. I love it. And I said, it is amazing. He said, well, look, I'll get you some more. I said, honestly, one's enough. But I got back to my stateroom, and there were like a plate of them waiting for me. I mean, that's the type of thing that happens. And actually, that happened several times with the chef or someone coming up and saying, how was the food? Did you like it? Was there anything we could do differently or better? They are just responsive. And that's something that I cannot even, having that empowerment makes such a difference to the cruise experience. The other thing is, they're a little bit more nebulous, but just things that I've researched about Viking that I think are important, is that the sustainability is a really big point for them. They do their best to, I think there's experiments with different kinds of fuel, and the new ships are all very modern in the technology they use. By the way, the design of the ships is incredible. Very Norwegian, Scandinavian. Pure lines, beautiful cushions, but beautiful, not like fancy and ornate. They're just very functional, beautiful. Oh, I didn't even mention the spa. Oh my gosh, the spa is incredible. It's of course included and everything, but the massage and facials that you can get are additional. But the spa itself, they've got like a room that, which is called the ice room, and you go in there and it's like literally ice, and you go in for like a couple of minutes and you can just freeze your body, and then you go across the little landing inside. You're all inside, everything's inside, and you go across to the steam room. And the sauna, not steam, the sauna. And then there's swimming pool, like line pools that you can go into and swim. And then there's a fire, like a fake one, a beautiful fake fire at the end of the swimming pool, so that you can just sit there and gaze into the flames, the fake flames. But Honestly, it's amazing, and I should have mentioned that earlier because that's so wonderful. But the technology and trying to do things really well is important. The next thing is partnership with local communities. They do, and I don't know too much of the specifics of this, but I should get some details and maybe leave a link in the description underneath this video. But they promote kind of cultural preservation and sustainability, and that's actually really displayed up in the Explorer room. So. Overall, Viking Cruises offers a very unique cruise experience, and I think it's absolutely geared for the traveler who has seen a lot, been around maybe, or wants to try cruising for the first time. It's cultured, it's beautiful, it's relaxed, I think I could genuinely say it's affordable. Even though I was a guest of Viking, I know that I've actually cruised with them before as a paying guest, and it's worth those extra things that you get as from the pricing. And also a lot of times I'm noticing now on their Facebook page, there's a free flight opportunity. So if you want to join a Greek cruise, for example, out of Athens, as my one was, you can actually fly from New York or Cleveland or Detroit or wherever you live. So always check that out. Some really good deals, and I think it's well worth it. But anyway, your immersion into a new experience with yourself. As I said, I got very emotional about some of the experiences, just getting up in the morning. Even now, I'm thinking about it. Get up in the morning, going out onto deck. Not a ton of people around, just really relaxed and calm, and just watching the sun come up, take my camera, and then going into the little restaurant and having my breakfast, and then off on an excursion. Yeah, it was pretty much an experience of a lifetime. Thank you, Viking. Thank you to the people that I met on that cruise. I wish I could remember all your names. I did actually get my Viking diary every day. Listed all the people, like the captain, Frederick Nielsen, general manager Mukesh Kumar. I met Mukesh Kumar. I met a lot of the people. They just stopped and said hi to me. Who else did I meet? Everybody's names are listed here. Jenna was the shore excursions manager. She was lovely. And she also was, in addition to the cruise director, she was actually also an entertainer. She did singing as well. And I'm looking at all the names of people here, and I want to just again say what a great experience it was. So have a go. Check Viking and see what you think. And I'd love your feedback. If you've ever cruised for Viking, please leave your statements below so that they can share with others. And also, if you just like cruising, tell us a bit about what your experience that you really love has been. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. Stay safe and strong out there in this beautiful world, and enjoy your cruising if you love it. And if you're curious, check out the Viking website and you'll get some inspiration. I certainly did. Take really good care. Stay safe and well.